all-time scoring record. She's the leading Division I women's career scorer. She, of course, holds all Iowa records. I mean, the list goes on. It's the same thing watching The View. It's the same thing that Jemele Hill said, saying that Caitlyn Clark is problematic. All Caitlyn Clark has done is sold out arenas, set TV viewership records. She's brought millions of new eyes to women's collegiate basketball and now on to the WNBA. So saying she is problematic, I mean, to me, it sounds like she's the problem solver. And speaking to Jemele Hill,
the saga that won't end.
Riley Gaines just grabbed a MIC, a megaphone, and maybe even a flamethrower, going full WWE on Angel Reese, all while hyping up Caitlyn Clark like she's the next Steph Curry rocking a ponytail. Is this the unexpected sports crossover episode we never knew we needed? What does swimming have to do with basketball drama? And why is Twitter exploding like an untamed popcorn machine? Strap in. This showdown's got more twists than a hurricane-tossed pretzel.
Progressive and liberals who have said for so long, you know, why won't anyone watch the WNBA? Say, well, she's just pretty tall and white. That's what this is. Let's be very clear. Caitlyn Clark has gotten the coverage that she has gotten because she's amazing. She's a phenom. The Big Ten all-time scoring record. She's the leading Division I women's career scorer. Holds all Iowa records. I mean, the list goes on. The fact that she is straight, white, tall, or pretty. Which might I just add, I think anyone's pretty next to someone like Brittany Griner. This is what the viewers want to see is Caitlyn.
The perfect storm of sports attitude and social media frenzy. If drama had a championship, Angel Reese would be the undisputed MVP. Bold, outspoken, and impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, Riley Gaines plays the role of whistleblower, referee, and rule enforcer all in one. Who would have thought that a retired swimmer could dive headfirst into basketball controversy and create a commotion louder than an NBA arena buzzing with thousands of vuvuzelas?
He's made a good point. You got Caitlyn Clark with all of these stats. Everybody knows that Caitlyn Clark is bringing eyeballs to the WNBA. If she was at the All-Star game would have 10 times the views because everybody want to see how Caitlyn Clark performs. You guys have a cash cow, and it's irresponsible to put one of the best players in the...
Let's kick things off with Angel Reese, because really, where else could we begin? Angel, the undisputed queen of trash talk, high-fives herself after every blink and demands a full press conference just to explain a single hair flip. She's transformed post-game interviews into one-woman shows and turned Twitter into her own diary of grievances. You might think she's battling for some grand cause, but most of the time, it's just about who dared to give her the wrong side eye over breakfast.
I don't know who need to hear this, but Angel Reese gotta be the worst basketball player ever. She's the worst basketball player ever. Like, do y'all guys don't understand this? She only made 2 points with 12 rebounds. She missed a couple of shots and she missed a rebound, bro. She only made 12 rebounds. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 12 rebounds. And she missed like 4 layups, I think. I don't know, I forgot. But this is nasty work for her, bro. Bro, if she keep playing like this, guess what? She is not winning any game.
Every game turns into a one-woman show with Angel Reese starring as the misunderstood hero, the villain, the coach, and the audience all at once. She strikes more poses than a runway model and delivers comebacks with the flair of a soap opera antagonist. And if you think it's only about basketball, oh, sweetie, it's never just about the game. It's about the storyline, the spotlight, the tiny dramas, and the massive meltdowns that trail her like glitter at a kid's birthday party.
And the rest of the team, they had 7 practices while Caitlyn was still playing with the WNBA. So does this make the decision fair?
Yeah, to your point, the USA basketball chair, the governing board there, their job is to win. It's not about popularity, as it shouldn't be. So let's look at the facts here. Caitlyn Clark was the #1 overall draft pick this year. She holds many Big Ten, NCAA records for collegiate women's basketball.
Just when Angel thought she had the spotlight locked down, boom, here comes Riley Gaines, crashing into the scene with the grace of a ballerina and the impact of a wrecking ball. Riley isn't even in the same sport, yet she's hijacked the drama like it's a group project. And she's the only one who actually read the instructions. She's not playing defense or offense. She's rewriting the entire playbook while casually sipping tea and tweeting about fairness like she's moderating the Olympic Games of outrage. Riley's arrival didn't just add fuel to the fire. It poured a whole tanker of jet fuel onto the smoldering egos of basketball's finest. And the best part, she doesn't even have to dribble. She simply says the quiet truth out loud, drops the MIC, and watches the internet spiral into another full-blown think piece apocalypse. Meanwhile, Angel's over here throwing shade like confetti, acting like Riley just stole her VIP parking spot at the Fame Mall. It's a clash of brands at this point. Angel, the unpredictable storm cloud of emotion and Instagram filters, versus Riley, the perfectly polished tornado of unapologetic opinions and varsity-level clapbacks. One thrives on chaos, the other feeds on controversy. Together, they've crafted a wild multiverse where swimming and basketball somehow share the same court, and nobody's wearing the right shoes.
I know my teammates count on me for that because second chance opportunities, I'm one of the best rebounders in the country. So I know that's what I can bring to the table every single day. And if I can finish those, that gives a lot of points for us. So I'm just trying to do my job and maximize my job as best as I can. And I know that can lead us to some wins.
Playmaking was there, the rebounding was there, everything was there. She looked like the best player in the WNBA. She looked like the MVP. She looked like a player that she deserves all the attention she's getting because she's doing something nobody else in women's sports is doing. Nobody can capture the attention like Caitlyn Clark can capture the attention of the human brain. When I'm watching Caitlyn Clark and the shot she's hitting, I'm just like, what the heck? I just have to kind of like stand up and just lock in. Like, what am I seeing from this woman? And yeah, man, I could talk about it all day, but let's go ahead and break down this game.
And through it all, Caitlyn Clark just keeps draining threes like it's a casual warm-up, turning everyone else's drama into nothing more than background noise at her highlight reel premiere. Somehow, Clark's success morphed into Angel Reese's personal villain origin story. Every three-pointer Clark sinks seems to unlock a new level of resentment from Angel, like she's stuck playing some bizarre video game called Insecurity Quest, the Iowa Chronicles. Clark could shoot from the moon, and Angel would still take it as a direct hit.no. Angel, she's not throwing shade. She's just sinking buckets. Enter Riley Gaines, the swimmer who got so fed up losing to biological males that she turned her post-athletic life into a non-stop TED talk about fairness in sports. Riley has become a one-woman searchlight, hunting down anything she sees as unjust in the athletic world. And when she caught wind of the Reese versus Clark saga, you could practically hear her cracking her knuckles across state lines. Riley Gaines didn't just step into the conversation. She stage-dived with the energy of someone who's been waiting months to say, "I told you so."
Holy mother of God! Somebody stop Angel Reese! She is single-handedly the worst fucking basketball player in history. If you don't go take your little bow wow like Mike first 20 minutes of the movie ass the fuck up out of here, ain't nobody trying to see that shit. It was one part of the game where the motherfucker traveled so much you would have thought she was Moses walking on water, gets all the way to the basket, and still missed the motherfucking layup. Somebody give fucking Reese a goddamn Fisher-Price basket. You would have thought Captain Jack Sparrow was out there playing fucking basketball. No, let me tell you what happened. She realized she makes more money on Instagram and all these fucking endorsements in the last 8 months she been hooching.
Riley's support for Caitlyn Clark wasn't just loud. It was a full-on Broadway spectacle. She basically rolled out the red carpet, threw a ticker-tape parade, and crowned Clark the patron saint of competitive integrity. If Riley had her way, there'd be a monument to Caitlyn Clark right next to the Lincoln Memorial, with Angel Reese stuck holding a plaque that says, "Thanks for participating." Of course, Angel didn't take that lightly, because Angel never takes anything lightly. Not a compliment, not a handshake, not even oxygen. The moment Riley chimed in, Angel hit the drama thrusters and blasted off into orbit. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about basketball anymore. It was about disrespect, narratives, and whatever buzzwords her PR team could squeeze into a 280-character tweet. But let's be real. The real problem isn't Caitlyn Clark, and it sure isn't Riley Gaines. The issue is Angel Reese mistaking criticism for a personal attack and attention for validation. Every time someone questions her behavior, she reacts like they've insulted her grandmother and set fire to her childhood home. It's not analysis. It's war. And when Riley stepped up to back Clark, Angel acted like she'd been banished from the kingdom of TikTok. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark? She's just out here hooping. No subtweets, no crying on podcasts, just pure game.
He did a slight push on the defender, grabbed the rebound. Caitlyn Clark fouled Angel Reese. Angel Reese fell, and it turned into a whole thing. SportsCenter posted that clip, and I just want to show y'all some of the top comments on that video. She wasn't even going to make the layup. Barely touched her. Reese been working with LeBron's team during the offseason. She was going to miss that layup anyway. She's going to ignore Reese pushing someone in their back? Man up. Good job, Caitlyn. Good take foul. What a flop. Angel Reese acting like she was going to make the layup. Notice Reese pushes Clark's teammate first in her back. Clark sees it and returns the favor. Reese then plays victim. Angel Reese hate button. 7,000 plus likes. If y'all go through the comments, they're all saying damn near the same thing. So after reading those comments, I'm like, damn. Is Angel Reese the most hated WNBA player? And what even got us to this point? And I know about all the past stuff that Caitlyn Clark and Angel...
She's out here dropping buckets and breaking ankles like it's a full-time job. And Riley Gaines saw that and said, "Yep, this is what real sportsmanship looks like." The irony? Angel Reese craves respect but treats the game like it's her stand-up routine, and she's bombing every punchline. Trash talk is fun until it becomes your entire personality. At some point, fans stop seeing confidence and start seeing exhaustion. Riley was just the first with a big enough platform to say it out loud. Of course, that didn't stop Angel from doubling down. Oh no, if Angel were in a hole, she'd bring a jackhammer and a backhoe just to make sure she hits the Earth's core. Every time someone calls out her antics, she responds with a TikTok dance and calls it empowerment. Sure, Angel, right after I'm crowned the Pope of Dunkin' Donuts. Meanwhile, Riley took the high road with all the subtlety of a freight train. She showered Clark with praise so glowing it could make a Disney princess blush, then reminded everyone that sports are about discipline, effort, and, newsflash, actually playing the game, not starring in a one-woman reality show called Keeping Up with Angel. And really, what did Angel expect? That Riley Gaines, the self-appointed referee of sports ethics, would watch her social media theatrics and just applaud.
Indiana Fever just played their first game against the Chicago Sky, and folks, it was not close. It was not close. I remember my timeline being flooded with people saying it was going to be a good dogfight. It was going to be a close game. It was going to come down to the wire. It was going to be a great one. No, it wasn't. It was a 40-point blowout. And it was a great game on one side. On the other side, it was a little questionable. It was a little questionable. But we got to see Caitlyn Clark in full force. We got to see the new and improved Caitlyn Clark. I can't wait to break down the film in this video for you guys, man. She looked amazing. She had a triple-double, a 20-point triple-double. She shot it nearly 50% from the field. She shot it 50% from the three, y'all. She had 4 blocks. The defense was there.